Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys, the NBA Playoff Edition, Game 3 of the NBA Finals. I cannot wait. Let's go, Warriors. We tied up the series. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. I didn't put the studio up today because the Obi-Wan series, the new show just came out, so I got stuck watching that. And so I got to balance between doing the NBA video and the MLB video. So you guys have been killing it lately. Thank you so much for all the subscriptions, all the comments, all the likes. You guys are absolutely smashing it, and just getting more eyes on the channel. And I have no one to thank but you. So keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without further ado, let's start the freaking show. All right, guys. Well, I know I can't take all the credit. I know Schroeder takes most of the credit, which is, well deserved. Schroeder's gearing up for our MLB video, which we'll be shooting a little bit after this video. Draft dashboard's updating right now, so I'm going to wait for that to update, and then we'll get that out to you guys. So, first of all, that game 2 was a blowout, right? So, it was looking really good. I was doing really good. I cashed nicely in my lineups. It's not that. It's just I was looking for a big night, and then the blowout happened. And then in came fucking all the bench warmers. So we got to remember, we got to anticipate for that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Not every game's going to be a close game. So depending on how many lineups you guys are doing, those of you playing 150 lineups, yeah, make some lineups with some Daniel Tice's, that kind of stuff. The blowout people. So I don't know, but game 3 should be exciting. They're going back to Boston, tied up. Warriors dominated. Shout out to the Warriors, man. We tied it up, and hey, you guys know I'm a Warriors fan, but I bleached my hair Warrior yellow just for the occasion. But shout out to Boston, man. The Celtics look good, man. You guys are giving us a run for our money. You guys are making us Warriors fans very nervous. So shout out to you guys, man. I just hope for a good series. So before we get into it, though, you guys want to come join the family, guys, you guys want all my ownerships, projections, top stacks for every single sport. More importantly, you get my lineups, guys. DFSclub.com. You got 2 providers in one. You got DFS Space, my brother from another mother, myself, Skywalker DFS. Yo, you get every sport. You don't just get NBA, guys. Come play some MLB with us this summer. We still got the NHL finals coming up. We got tennis going right now, NASCAR on the weekends, PGA, USFL, college sports, EuroLeague basketball, guys. NFL's right around the corner. You know what else is right around the corner? Is NBA Summer League. That's where we win big. So all you got to do is click join now. It's very easy, guys. Even a caveman can do it. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, so I get credit. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. And then pick your plans. Again, we're the cheapest in the business, guys. Nobody does this. Nobody. We made it affordable for everybody to join, guys. Everybody. We want to build the largest community out there. So it's not about getting rich and famous, guys. It's about helping everybody make $1.01 in this business and just create the biggest community because, we're one big family. We all get along in here. There's no egos in here. It's a beautiful thing, man. You get the members only podcast 1 hour before lock. That's where Space and I break down the slate 1 hour before lock, guys. I do the MLB podcast, Space does WNBA podcast, and we both do the NBA podcast. So there's too much good stuff here, guys. DFSclub.com. You know what I always say, guys? Stop losing. Stop losing. Start winning. Come join us, man. We'd love to have you. Click join now. Click my logo, and then pick your plans. And you are in. That easy. All right. So let's bring up DraftKings, and let's break this down, man. Break it down. So as we figured, the Warriors, would pull some bullshit. Well, Steve Kerr, shall I say, pulled some bullshit. Licia made his presence. So I called that one, didn't I? Dusted him off. So again, same type of scenario. My thing is Steph Curry. Yes, we're always going to play Steph Curry. Always. 50 fantasy points, 56. This is the finals, guys. I mean, he only played 32 minutes in a blowout, which is still promising. He'll play the whole third quarter. Steve Kerr runs him out there for most of the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, if it's kind of a close game, he'll bring him in with like 3 or 4 minutes left, right? If it's a blowout, he doesn't even come back out in the court. That's how Steve Kerr runs Stephen Curry. So, yeah, I think he's unfadable, guys. I really do. 16.5. Now these are utility prices, guys. They're not captain prices. All right, let's go to utility. There we go. 11K. That looks a lot better. I was like, wait a minute, 16.5? Are you kidding me? This price is interesting. Klay Thompson, 7.4. Nobody's going to be on him, guys. Nobody, right? He's had a very rough 2 games of the series. Let's face it. He shot like shit. 4 for 19 from the field. 1 for 8 3-pointers. Game before that, 6 for 14, 3 for 7 from 3. I'm going to keep doing it, guys. I'm going to keep playing Klay Thompson. I know his ownership's going to be even lower this late. And when that game comes, guys, when he gets that 40 or 50 at low ownership, you're going to be looking at takedown status. So always a fine captain option 2 at 7.4K. You got Andrew Wiggins priced right next to him. Wiggins is pretty much a pretty safe play, right? Only 21 fantasy points last game, but again, it was a blowout. He only played 30 minutes. He shot terrible too, 4 for 12 from the field. Yikes. 4 for 12, man. 2 for 3 from 3-point range, though. That's not bad, but he's been shooting like 7 threes a game. He went down to only shooting 3 last game. Wasn't necessary. The Warriors focused more in the paint, which is unlike them, but, it worked. But, yeah, Andrew Wiggins is in play at 7.2. Wiggins, Thompson, Curry, they're going to get their minutes, right? The big 4, Draymond Green. Again, like I always say, always a great captain option. Always one of the safer plays as long as he don't get his ass ejected, right? He runs his mouth out there a lot. He's getting in trouble. He's trying to get under certain players' skins, right? Who was that last game? It was DFS Space's doppelganger, right? Trying to get under his skin. It worked. He got Jaylen Brown a little riled up. But props to Jaylen Brown. I like what he had to say after the game. Basically, that Draymond's just doing his job, right? He's doing what he's got to do to win. That's your only worry with him. Other than that, he's probably good for 30 fantasy points, man. Triple-double, he can do it. And a blowout, he's still got 35 minutes. Only shot 3 times from the field, 2 for 3 from the field. Only shot 1 3-pointer, 0 for 1. So that's just what Draymond does. And then Kevin Looney. This one's the tough one because they pretty much match him up. I believe they're matching him against Robert Williams, right? Whenever Robert Williams is out there, Kevin Looney's out there. So the minutes are going to vary anywhere from 21 to 25, depending on how many minutes Robert Williams plays. That's how many minutes Kevin Looney's going to play. 31 and 27 fantasy points, though. He's been doing really good. He's having a good series. He's only 6.6K. He's definitely worth a look, guys. Even getting only 20-plus minutes, if for some reason Robert Williams has a 30-point game, guess who else is going to have a 30-minute game? Guess who else is going to have a 30-minute game? Kevin Looney. You got Jordan Poole. He's priced at 6.4. Decent option, right? He was out there in garbage time. Klay Thompson was out there in garbage time too because he was playing so poorly. I think in that Kerr was just trying to give him more like practice. You know what I mean? He shot the ball 14 times though, and only 23 minutes from the field. 6 for 14 from the field. He shot 9 3-pointers, guys. 5 for 9. Not bad shooting. 29 fantasy points, but his floor is a 13, which he got in game 1. So just keep that in mind. Again, he got 23 minutes. And just think about this. He got 23 minutes and he played in garbage time. So keep that in mind. Not a must play by any means. Then we got the bench players, right? Who's it going to be? Otto Porter played again. I think Otto Porter's probably the safest option coming off the bench. We're going to play 15 minutes. He went from 24 to 15 minutes. 14 fantasy points. That's because Gary Payton got dusted off. And Gary Payton played 25 minutes. So Payton is still cheap at 3K. Otto Porter, 4.6. So I think Payton's safe too. I got to think that Gary Payton's safe. I don't think he had any setbacks in the last game. Let's see what it says here in the news. Game 2, 7 points. We got to keep our eyes on this news, guys, in the DFS club. That's all I got to say. But I think he's safe now. When you get into like the Belicias here, that's when you're gambling. You're really gambling. You can get 1 minute or he can get 11 minutes, right? It's just he'll play, but how many minutes? Like 10 minutes? I mean, for that type of play, we need like a 1K. You know what I mean? Like a Kaminga. Kaminga could see freaking minutes. He could. He's played 1 minute and 4 minutes. He only played 4 minutes in a blowout game. So that doesn't make me all warm and fuzzy inside that I need to play him. Iguodala got a DMP, right? Didn't even appear after playing what? What did he play? 12 minutes in game 1, and then game 2 gets 0 minutes. So if Iguodala plays, yeah, you can throw him in a utility spot. He doesn't have to do much, right? 11 fantasy points is what he got in 12 minutes. If he plays 12 minutes again, which I don't know if it's either going to be Iguodala or Gary Payton, guys. If you want to play it safe, playing it safe isn't really going to win tournaments, so you got to take some chances, right? So Iguodala, let's keep our eyes, ears, and legs open for this news, because if we hear he's going to get some minutes, I like him, especially for only 1,000. Definitely like him. And then anybody under that, like Juan Toscano Anderson played in garbage time, played 4 minutes, right? 1,000. If I'm going to play a 1,000 player, it's going to be Iguodala. So let's take a look at Boston. Boston's a lot more easier to predict here. You got Jason Tatum, just been playing phenomenal, man. The fantasy points don't justify it. They just don't. 42, then 34 minutes. He still shot 50%, 8 of 19 from the field, 6 of 9 from threes, man. His threes he couldn't miss. Yeah, he's hard to guard, man. Another one, dare I say, might be unfadable. Jaylen Brown's been having he's been giving it a go, man. Remember, he went to school there, right? So it was a whole he went back home, 45, 29 fantasy points in his last 2. He only played 28 minutes last game. What did he shoot? 5 for 17. Yikes. That's not good. 5 from 17 from the field, 3 for 9 from threes. But yeah, he's in play, but I just think he's a little overpriced at 9.4. Marcus Smart down to 7.8. His minutes are just not there. Even if the game would have been close, I still think he would have got maxed out probably about 30 minutes. But he's in play. I mean, but for 7.8, I don't know. And Al Horford, I expected this type of game out of Al Horford. I knew game 1 was just something out of the ordinary, right? He was 6 for 8 in game 1 for 3-pointers. That's why he got 42 fantasy points, guys. This isn't what Al Horford normally does. He doesn't sit back and shoot threes. He didn't even attempt a 1 3-pointer last game. Not one. He only shot 4 times total in this whole game. He only took 4 shots, guys. That's the problem with Al Horford is the risk, shall I say. He does have a good ceiling, a 40, 50-point ceiling. But the floor, it's scary. So a risky play, especially at 7.6. He's not cheap. Robert Williams is just not playing enough minutes, man. It's not his fault. The kid's hurt. This kid blocks shots like Steph Curry makes 3-pointers, man. 2 blocks, 4 blocks, 6 blocks in 2 games, man. Unbelievable. This kid's good, man. Hopefully we see a fully healthy Robert Williams, and we can get him on our lineups, guys. Only 10 fantasy points. You're gonna play 14 minutes, so I'm not gonna be on that high on Robert Williams. But Derek White, I mean, at 5'8", you just got to play this guy, right? You got Smart, I still think is banged up. You got Robert Williams still banged up. He played 30 minutes. He's played 32 minutes in game 1, 30 minutes in game 2, 4 for 13. He had a poor shooting day, but still got 25 fantasy points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 1 steal. He doesn't only get blocks and steals, guys. That's what saved his ass as far as fantasy-wise goes, but he's going to get the minutes. He's going to get 30-plus minutes. I like Derek White at 5'8". That's just too cheap. Grant Williams going to have his hands full out there. As long as Draymond is on that ass, man, he's going to have a hell of a time out there. Draymond's getting under his skin. Look at this, 16, 21 minutes. And that's with Robert Williams being banged up. He was getting 30 minutes, close to 30 minutes in these games, but man, he's just not having a good time out there. Only shot the ball last game. He was two for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from threes. And he was open too. So I don't know if I'll get the Grant Williams here. Peyton Pritchard was out, seemed like he was out there a long time, but it's only showing 19 minutes, 13 fantasy points. He had lots of looks, man. He only shot 2 for 7 from the field, 0 for 3 for 3-pointers. Poor shooting day. If he has a better shooting day, you're probably looking at 20, 25 fantasy points here. So I don't mind Peyton Pritchard. And that's about as low as I'll go. I'm not playing Daniel Tice. Daniel Tice is out there for garbage time. He played in both games. 6 minutes in the game 1, and then 14 in game 2 in a blowout. If you think the game's going to blow out, absolutely. He's just not that good anymore. I don't know what happened to him, but this does not look like Daniel Tice from 2 years ago even. So it's pretty rough, man. So again, for value, you got to attack Derek White at 5'8". You know, I think the upside's a lot better with him than with like Robert Williams. Dare I say even Al Horford? Dare I say maybe even Marcus Smart? Only because Marcus Smart's not getting the minutes, right? He's hurt, man. So Boston's a safer route, right? We know Derek White's going to come off the bench. He's going to at 5'8". He's going to get the minutes. We know Peyton Pritchard is going to get some minutes, right? It's Golden State we got to worry about. So let's do we'll do a Tatum captain line, right? You can do this and still get away with it in this series. You guys are priced to a certain point to where you don't have to put like a mid-tier at captain. Let's see how this works out though, because like I said, Seth Curry is you can't fade him, man. We got 5.7 average left over. We go down here. Let's throw in Gary Payton for 3, and that leaves you with 6.6 left over. Derek White 5'8". Now we're up to 7 for 2 more players, right? So Draymond, and then you can throw in Kevin Looney. You can go Jordan Poole, Robert Williams, Otto Porter, Grant Williams, Pritchard, all these guys we just talked about, right? So you can definitely, by all means, put a stud at captain. So let's take these guys out. Let's do let's say a mid-tier captain. So let's put Klay Thompson at captain, right? I know you guys just threw up in your mouth right now, but he's going to bounce back, and I'm going to get him at low ownership. I'm going to get him at low ownership when he does. So Klay Thompson at captain. We'll put in Curry. We'll put in Tatum. And we still got 6-1 left. You get Derek White in there at 5'8". Now we're at 6'3". You really don't have to punt, right? You can throw it in Kevin Looney at 6'6". Draymond 7K. So you can, probably get to one more stud at 6'1". Robert Williams or Otto Porter. It gets kind of dicey there, right? So you might as well just put a stud as your captain, like a Seth Curry line, right? Jason Tatum. And then again, Derek White. I'll probably have 100% Derek White. Probably will have 100% Derek White. I wouldn't just go crazy on the these questionable guys like Gary Payton. Fuck, we don't know. He might not even play, right? Make sure you watch the shoot-arounds. I talked about this, and I'm giving away a lot of information here for free, all right? I normally save this for the DFS club and the podcast, but game 1, Gary Payton was not out. He was out there for the shoot-around, but he wasn't taking any shots. Game 2, he was out there shooting the ball in shoot-arounds. So that's a good way to tell. If you're able to get access to the shoot-arounds, sometimes you'll see it in the background in the pregame. If Payton's out there shooting threes or shooting the ball, period, he's going to play. If he's not, then he probably won't, man. That's a broken elbow for freak's sake. But, 3K, you might want to take a shot, right? I mean, for that price range, if Iguodala plays, right? Let's say you get Iguodala in for 1K. Now we're talking, right? You got 7-9 per player now. You can play anybody you want. You can put in Jaylen Brown. And then that still leaves you with 6-4 left over. You can put in Jordan Poole. But Iguodala, right, at 1K. I'll keep DFS Club. I'll keep eyes on these beat writers, man. And I know you guys will too. If Iguodala is going to play, I'm going to put him in there at 1K. That could be the key here, right? Let's see what the news says here. Made his first appearance, but was sidelined again due to knee inflammation. I don't think he was sidelined for an injury. I just think coach told him to sit. Yeah, so it doesn't say anything on here, but we'll see, man. Iguodala is the key, guys. That's where we're at. Iguodala is the key. So again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. DFSclub.com, guys. I'm going to shove it down your throats because we're having so much fun in here. We're winning. It's just, I'm so proud of it. Come join the family, guys. You get my lineups, ownership, projections, top stacks. DFSclub.com, guys. Click join now. Click my logo. Pick your plans, and you guys are in. It's that simple. What else did I want to say? I forget. There's one other thing. Go Warriors, obviously. Go Warriors. But, if you're a Boston fan, may the best team win, right? It's going to be a very fun, interesting series. And there's $1 million to be won here. There's still $1 million contest. So let's go, guys. Let's get this spread. Don't take shit from nobody. My name is Gabriel Skywalker. And I'll see you guys in the MLB video coming up after this. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Take care.